welcome other people joining from around the world. My name is Toyin Umesiri. Feel free to call me Coach Toyin. I'm the founder and CEO of Nazaru. I'm a business coach. I also activate your beliefs and your potential through the Quantum Leap Academy. We cover a whole lot of subjects, so I invite you to join that space. We have Kingsley on stage on Clubhouse. We have the other channels opening up. Today's topic is around manifestation secrets. What is your relationship with money? I'm going to dive deeper into belief systems, mindset, strategies, education around money, right? Because if you want some money, if you want to make money, I'm going to bring in some humor as well. If you want to make money, you cannot be ignorant about what you want. Okay, you have to be educated. So Kingsley, welcome again. I know we already got started. Anything that jumps out at you for the topic, anything you want to dive deeper on what's your relationship with money, or if you want to talk about your own relationship with money, how has it been? Anything you want to share, just go ahead, please. Okay, Kingsley is on the call. You want to unmute, or I'll come back to you? Okay, flash when you're back, okay? So today I want you to check in with yourself and ask yourself, what's your relationship with money? Okay, so this requires us to go deeply. It might lead you to childhood stories. I also see Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. Greetings to you. Happy day to you. If you want to come up stage or you can use the chat area, please feel free to ask questions as well. Thank you to those who are joining from around the world. Okay. So what is your relationship with money? So money is a thing, right? But is this thing that is so important in how much you can do in the world when it comes to acquisition of stuff? Okay, so let me start there. We're going to go deeper, but let me just warm things up, okay? Let's see the other platforms running. Okay, bear with me. I also know several people will be joining. I'm sending some invites out as well. Okay. Okay, good. So what is your relationship with money? This idea that money is a thing. That's the first thing. It's a thing. It's lifeless. Okay, it's lifeless. It's a thing. I want you to see it as a tool. Okay, that's how I want you to see it, as a tool, because it has utility. It has usefulness. You use it to acquire, to buy the things you want. It also stores value. Okay, money stores value, because if people are not educated, they may be miseducated. And this is where, from a Christian standpoint, people get into hot soup when God says people make money their God. If you are living your life for money, then you may need some adjustments. So my attempt today is to help you put it in the right space in such a way that you can acquire more of it, you can manage more of it, right? You can multiply it, right? If you approach the right mind with the right mindset. Because if you believe wrong, okay, you're likely to think wrong, you're likely to feel wrong, you're likely to also behave wrong around it. So when I talk about psychology, emotional intelligence, what you believe, you manifest. Okay? What you think about, you create. And the first creation is your own emotions. You are going to embody an experience, a physical experience towards that thing. Okay? So if you, whatever you believe about money, you're going to feel it, you're going to experience it in your body. So that's why I go back to belief. Okay, if we fix our beliefs, we fix our thinking, then we're going to have a more positive, right, emotion, feelings towards it. And once you do that, part of the laws of manifestation is you will attract more of those things that you have the right beliefs about. So we'll get deeper into it. But first, I just want to cover this educational aspect of money. What is money? Right? Because people have made it what it is not. And the world uses it as a tool of control. If you don't control it, If you don't boss it, it tends to boss you, right? Like it's like that's what ignorant, like lack of knowledge, puts people in the dark. And if you have the right education, then you can manage things better, right? You can handle things better. Kingsley, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. Have you been listening? Did anything I say resonate with you? Any questions so far or contribution?
No question so far.
So, has anything sparked for you?
I would like to know more about like managing it,
Right,
managing aspect of it
right.
to
So, one
go
of
over
the
that.
things that I teach on are three aspects of money, right? Many people, like you are saying, managing is part of it. But the first thing through the world of entrepreneurship and business is that you want to acquire it first. You can't manage what you don't have. You see, you don't manage what you don't have. And there are specific skills for acquiring money, for managing money, and for multiplying money. So the investment mindset is where you use money to make more money. You multiply it, and anybody can learn any of those things. So money management is tied to financial skills, right? So your accountants, right? Wealth management skills, right? Those are specific skills. They don't, your accountant may not be able to tell you how to make money. But if you give him your money to tell you where to put it, on and on and on, right? A wealth manager may will need you to bring your money, your wealth in. So this is one of the things I try to help people understand is that entrepreneurship is the entry point to amassing money, amassing wealth. Okay. So I'm going to connect this as well to why owning a business is a key to, acquiring more money. Now, most people, the traditional education system helps people develop skills that they can market and they can get a job. Okay. So you are tied and limited to an employer who wants your skill and is willing to make you their staff. Okay. So you're going to earn a living, right? If you have the right job, you have the right skills, and you have an employer ready to bring you on, then you can have a living. You can make a living from that job. But entrepreneurship is another path, and what you build and the skills you must develop is different. Okay. The systems you must develop, when we start talking about branding, marketing, and all of those things, these are all vehicles, okay, to growing your bottom line in such a way that is not limited like an employee is limited. So those are different things for people to consider. But in general, when you just think about money, I want people to put money in the right place where it belongs so that you don't have the wrong emotions and thinking and beliefs about it. So the first thing is money is a thing, it has usefulness. Okay, it's designed to be used. Okay, it holds value, and it's an intermediary form of value exchange. If you go into the history of money, and I've done sessions on that before in my school, I have programs on that. Because again, if you're not informed or educated about money, people tend to abuse it, and money also abuses people. Right? Money abuse, it can turn people wreck. Like, listen, you're working Sunday every day, chasing money, chasing money. If you're like, the way it abuses you is if when you are chasing, you're using your life force to chase it, and money tends to run away from people who chase it. But that's another, manifestation thing I want you to just consider that and pack it. Just take note of it, right? Is that the more you, it's like a girl. Like, let me say, for example, if you start chasing a woman too much, it results in some form of irritation. Anyway, okay. So money is useful for acquiring. If I give you money, you're going to use it, okay, to acquire what you want, to buy what you want, what you like, what you love, the experiences, things that you like. So, right? It's useful, it holds value. The value on it is based on the printed number, right? It's printed by the government in the country that you're in. Who determines the value of the paper in your hands? It's the government. To one paper they say 100, to another paper they say 50, to another paper they say 10, to another paper they say 5. When we talk about denominations, right? Who did that? The government. Actually, money, currency that you are holding in your hand and in the bank does not actually belong to you. It belongs to the government that printed it, but it owes value and it's a promissory note. I'm going deeper into more of the foundation, right? That's why it's against the law for you to be destroying money. You cannot destroy it. They tell you to give it back to the government. Government is the one that can destroy and print more of it. Many people don't know that. So the money in of itself is a promissory note. It's holding value that you can convert and exchange within the marketplace, but it doesn't belong to you. Technically, you cannot tear it. You cannot. You are not. It's against the law because it's not yours. It's printed by the government. It's owned by the government, and it's in circulation for people to exchange value with it. I just want people to understand the technical side of it. Now, there's the psychological side of it, and there's the emotional side of it. Okay, the emotional side of it is we all want it. Okay, we want it, we desire it, and so that longing for it drives people to take specific actions to acquire money. Okay, because the world is now organized. If you want food, you need it, your bills, right? Everything is organized around everybody wants money. So everybody's selling you things, everybody presenting things to you. Okay, there's a number. If you want banana, $3.99. If you want this cereal. So what's now happening? The world now is that lifestyle is driven by quality of lifestyle is heavily influenced by how much money you have. Right now, I'm talking about the emotional aspect. There's also the spiritual aspect of money. There's the emotional, there's the psychological, there's the spiritual aspect, there's the physical aspect. The physical aspect is you know what money looks like in your hands. You can see the numbers in your account. You can anticipate and you know how much you have or you don't have, right? Physically, your mind can discern. You can pull up your bank account and see the numbers to reflect what you can play with, what you can use to buy this or not, right? So physically, there's a physical side to money, but there's also a psychological side, the way you think about it. Okay, there's also an emotional side, the way you feel, and there's a spiritual side as well, the forces around money. Okay, because humans all desire money, long for money. We take actions in pursuit of money. We take action in pursuit of money. Everybody wants money. And so we engage our energy, our life force to earn it, make it, store it, right? Manage it, multiply it. So there's an organization of society around money. People have organized their life around money. You spend, when you wake up in the morning, you go to the office, you spend hours and hours and hours every single day, trying to acquire some. There's a lot of energy involved in acquisition pursuit of money. Everybody wants a piece of money, right? Again, education. So you're not the only one looking for it. But the people who earn it, this is where education comes in. You need to start asking if everybody desires it, longs for it, is pursuing it, what makes some people successful and some not successful or more successful than the other? Those are the things you ought to be asking yourself. What do they know that you don't know? What do they believe that you don't believe? What are they doing that you are not doing? Because if you know what they know, right, and you can do what they are doing, you're supposed to be getting the results they are getting. If you dedicate yourself to understand, to know, it's like you want to be a doctor. Anybody can be a doctor if they put themselves on the path of knowing what it means to be a doctor, of developing the skills of becoming a doctor. Okay, and then performing the duties of a doctor. You will become a doctor and everybody will call you doctor. But here's what happens. Most people, that do not have money is because they've not educated, they've not been enlightened. In fact, what I have found, you cannot be wealthy without knowing anything about money. And if you don't have money, I'm making this a clue. It's like you don't, there's something you don't know that you need to know, and there's something you're not doing that you ought to be doing. It's principle. Money follows principles. And so people who abuse the principles of this thing, you won't see it because it will be running away. And those who honor the principles, they start attracting it, multiplying it, multiplying it, multiplying it. So what I'll go into now is the spiritual principles of money. Okay, in the manifestation path. You see, God has given you a mind and a heart. Heart is to desire and release energy. Mind is to create. I'm oversimplifying this. It's because, there are classes and courses and programs. I encourage you, join us at toyinumesiwi.academy. You need to enroll. You find the Entrepreneurs Academy, Quantum Leap programs, Human Design programs, EQ programs, spiritual psychology programs, because the things you need to know that will change your life and help you quantum leap into success, you can find it in my school. Okay? So I'm sharing a little bit of spiritual psychology now. You know the physical aspect, you can see it, you see the numbers, you can look at your account, you know how much is there, you know how much is not there, right? And that informs how you think. Oh, if I say buy this, you'll be like, oh, you calculate what you have, what you don't have, and the things you can acquire physically is influenced by how much of it you have or don't have. So many people cut, right, lifestyle is based on how much money you have. If you have more, you will be, living the large life, the luxurious life. Those who don't have, they live simple lives. Okay? But my point today is you get to decide where you want to stay based on the things you do. These are the spiritual side I want to go into now. Welcome. I see Tikume. Oh my. I apologize. Okay, thank you for joining anyway. Kingsley, your reaction. I see Sack Black as well on Clubhouse. Do go ahead and did that help you? If you have any questions, also feel free to ask that as well. Is Kingsley still with us? I'll be coming to you. Okay, good. Go ahead.
No, I like the way you broke it down. I never really thought about money in those different realms. So I'm curious to know what the psychological aspect represents and the rest.
Right. So let me ask you though, in a conscious way, because many people unconsciously are living life based on the story they've been told. Go to school, get a job, that's it. Right? So most people that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's in a way, it's kind of the way it's always been. And one thing I always tell people is you cannot manifest above your consciousness. If that's all you know, that's all you're manifesting. But the moment you become conscious that there's more ways you can make money, there are more things you can do to increase your wealth, to make more money. Hopefully that creates some form of enlightenment, awareness that awakens people to greater possibilities for themselves. But if you were to articulate before you came to this room, what was money? What did it mean to you? What was your relationship with money? Or it wasn't even conscious, or you didn't even feel, you didn't even know, or maybe you didn't even know the relation. You couldn't articulate the relationship you had with money. Or if you can, just try a little bit.
I think for me, I've always been this. I would say I've always been like, I've always charted my own path. So I don't do the normal things people do. And sometimes I catch myself, people look at me very weird. So for example, I'm in tech, doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I also enjoy the car business quite a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started doing it for college.
Mm-hmm.
I pay my tuition here and there, and then I still haven't let it go. And I recently acquired the actual license from the States, and So I'm doing it officially now as a business, right?
So
At the same
when you
time,
say car, meaning you resell, are you resell cars? You buy and resell
so
cars.
buy and resell.
Buy and resell. Okay.
I was doing that diligently while I was also pursuing my IT career, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that it's something I can fall on, like in times like this where I recently got laid off. I got a new gig, though I haven't started yet, but I got laid off,
Congratulations.
and
Okay.
um, so but folks around me will look at such an experience that you're in tech and you're making money, but why are you still doing that? And sometimes it put a lot of pressure on you because you feel like, am I doing all of these things while other people are not doing the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
But financially, I can see how that is financially beneficial to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? In a sense that even when I had lost my job, folks would say, "How are you going to pay your mortgage? How are you going to survive?" Oh my God! Oh my! But I felt comfortable because I know I'm okay,
Mm-hmm.
right? But to other people who are heavily reliant on this 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to them it was like, they, I don't know how they would have survived
Right.
if the way.
Right. So one of the things you're saying in my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur, Strategy, Skills, and Mindset for Achieving Business Growth and Success, one of the key things I challenge entrepreneurs, particularly new entrepreneurs, to do is to change their network, to move away from employee mindsets and to avoid going back to employees for advice. Because the way people think, if you're an employee, the way you think is different from if you're an entrepreneur, the way you think. And so many people start entrepreneurship, but they are still in association with their old life. And so they're part of the transformation that has to happen. And this is probably one of the biggest struggle for the first 5 years of an entrepreneur. They don't, if they don't have awareness, they don't understand that it's like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. They are actually going through metamorphosis and they don't understand that you cannot bring employee mindsets into the world of entrepreneurship and business development and be successful. You cannot be successful in business if you're still thinking like an employee. Okay, so that's one of the psychologies that, let me relate it to today's topic. The way an employee thinks about money is different from the way an entrepreneur must think about money. That's one thing that must change, because an employee has a contract in a way with their employer, and their daily activity, the things they do every day, is not directly connected to whether they earn money or they don't earn money. So in a way, employees do not see the effect of their behavior, of their thoughts, of their emotion. They don't quickly see its effect on their bottom line, because the salary will come. You might misbehave today, your boss might correct you, your team members might correct you. But for an entrepreneur, the market is not forgiving like that. So there are many, many, many things you have to do to bring your A game. So the person you have to become to be fully successful as an entrepreneur, you actually have to manifest a different way of thinking, a different belief system, a different way of behaving. That's your first manifestation, the person you become, right? Because the person you become is the one that can actually earn the money. But most people don't become, they just start doing, right? They just come in with their employee mindset and they start doing things in the marketplace, and then people don't respond, because people are not going to respond to you as an employee the same way they will respond to people who have matured. Okay, so psychology of it is, how do you think about money and what informs that knowledge you have about money? Okay, what knowledge you have about money? Because one thing I say is, have you ever seen a medical doctor tell you he doesn't know anything about blood? You're supposed to study it. White blood cells, red blood cells, right? You are required to study where it is created in the marrow, the heart, the organ that pumps it up and down, oxygenated. The doctor is required to study money. And the same thing is true for an entrepreneur. You need to know, okay, where money is coming from. When you start teaching, right, lead generation, sales processes, sales strategies, marketing, right? Your marketing plan, your marketing strategy, branding, on and on. You have to, just like a doctor has to know, okay, this pumps blood. When it pumps it, this is what happened. It's the same. You are now here to study money if you're an entrepreneur. What makes it come to you? Okay. Who brings it to you? Why do they bring it to you? What are you going to exchange for it? You have to build the systems. You have to build the products and services that attract it. You have to brand, right? That attracts and presents your work to people. You have to do all of that work to attract people, right, to you. But if you don't build any of those things, there's no sustainability. I've seen many times people become entrepreneurs. Listen, you can become an entrepreneur always pursuing ideas, always, transforming ideas into, one commercial opportunity or not. But when it comes to building a business structure, it's a different journey entirely. Okay. So let me keep going deeper. I see more people joining. Greetings to you. Hi. Welcome to the space. Today we are talking about what is your relationship with money. Here's the key. Most people are ignorant about money. And so if you are not educated about money, please, 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 just realize you did that to yourself. There's nobody that makes money that is ignorant about money, because there's no doctor you're going to see. Oh, hi, doctor. Do you know anything about red or white blood cells? And the doctor will tell you, I don't know. That person, you say that person is not a doctor, right? And so, one thing that is also happening around the world is that people who don't have it don't talk about it. People who have it, they talk about it every day, because every single day they are attracting it, they are managing it, they are multiplying it. It's their full-time job. Okay, it's like a doctor. Every single day, the doctor is seeing patients, making sure patients are good, right? Making sure prescription, everything, right? The same thing is what I teach entrepreneurs. You have to manage, right? Attract, manage, invest. That is your daily job. You have to open your business is to attract. Okay. You have to attract money. If you don't know how, when you talk about lead generation, all of those things, if you don't even know what that is one of the skills that entrepreneurs must have if you want a sustainable business. Okay, you have to build systems and all of those things. But I'm not going into business core today, right? You can access my classes at toyinumesiri.academy. That's my first name, my last name .academy. If you type that into the browser, you will land on the school page, and then you see the different levels. And if you're interested in our international trade, business to business, business to government platform, which is the advanced space where it's exports, you can also go to the sister website at nazaru.trade. So here's the key. You see me teach entrepreneurship and talk about international trade is that they are related, because when you want to scale to higher levels, going international, taking your products and services international is how you start seeing Fortune 500 companies. There's no company on the global lists, biggest companies in the world, without going international. And the principle of going international is that there are more customers or clients, right, outside of your region, outside of your city, outside of your state, outside of your nation. And so those who build the international strategy, and the things I teach in that space, is that we look at strategy for penetrating new markets, market penetration strategy. And this is also part of pursuing more money, right? Once you figure out and you understand the foundational aspect that I teach in entrepreneurship development, part of what I do for my students and clients is then, okay, you can go pursuing more opportunities in newer markets. And so when you see me bringing governments, my TV show, like several months ago, I interviewed the vice president of the Export Import Bank of the United States. So when you start seeing me bringing on governments, right, resources and information, I also sit on Export Council by appointment of the U.S. Secretary of Commerce here. So when you start seeing me talk about international, is that those who want to accelerate and go to higher levels, right? You will need to develop extra skills like the Olympics of business, of cross-border transactions, of shipping, of right logistics, exports, right? That's another dimension. It's a business dimension where you're not just growing your business here, you're not just making money in your state or your city, or right? But now you can go to other nations of the world and find customers. But then we start going into international sales agent network, all of those things. It requires extra knowledge, extra skills, extra capacity to win in that space. So whether you're starting, right, you're at the beginning stage, I have the school, entrepreneurship school. It's an accelerator. You can start quickly. Then we also have the international trade space where we start engaging governments, right, cross border, because you have to understand trade policies, you have to understand tariffs, benefits. There are more advanced, sophisticated things you have to embrace in that space. So both of those things, they're all still this opportunity in the world of business to make more money. Okay, so I just gave that background on why you have to pick a track, because I've seen people want to do international, but they don't understand the foundations of business. So we have the school, you can really learn deeply. You have the accelerator programs there. What I've also seen is that many people may be approaching entrepreneurship with the wrong mindset, wrong belief system. They are lacking agency. They believe wrong. Let me just put it that way. So you find me teaching the human design, right, programs, because the life you have faith for is the one you can build, right? The life you believe is the one you will manifest. So, no matter what I just said about international or entrepreneurship or business, if you don't believe it, you cannot participate. If you don't work on you to gain confidence, and also if you decide not to invest time, energy, and resources, and you think this thing is just magical, you can't manifest the knowledge you don't have, right? The relationships you don't have, right? The resources you don't have. You need all of those things. Okay, these are the principles of money. You will build a pipeline for your business as well. So everything is connected to what I'm sharing today. But first thing is, what's your relationship? What do you even believe about money? Where do you think it comes from? Who's going to give it to you? Why are they going to give it to you? How much of it do you want? It requires transparency and honesty, and most people are not transparent. Most people have been conditioned not to be honest, or they've been lied to. They've been lied to. And the people you surround yourself with, their own psychology is likely you're going to be the average, right? That's why in my book, like I shared, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to start hanging out with successful entrepreneurs. That's the only way you're going to fast track your knowledge. You cannot be going back to employees and telling them to help you build up. They don't. If they could do it for themselves, they'll be doing it for themselves. People who haven't given themselves what it is you want, do they really have the answers for you? And this is part of the errors that people make as well. So let me open it more for questions. Sack Black Nation, if you want to come up. Anybody else? Kingsley, any particular questions? I'll start wrapping up. I always say I'm wrapping up, but then if people ask questions, then I give it more time, because sometimes I just come in here as a teaser, inspire people, right? Motivate people. But where we educate and teach and guide people and give you the tools to build your own business is my school at toyinyumesiri.academy. So you enroll to access those tools. Okay, Kingsley, over to you. I see more people. Is Royal happy? Good to see you. Evolvefulness, good to see you as well. We're on Clubhouse as well if you want to lend your voice to the conversation. Kingsley, go ahead, please.
I like what you said about changing I guess the folks around you as an entrepreneur. Because I mean, it gets really lonely in this space, and if you don't have the right people around you to at least look up to or get encouragement,
it's lonely. Okay, I'm going to let me tackle that for other people's sake. It is lonely because people have refused to invest in the spaces. Okay, because one of the different things with business is it's tied to your investment. So there are business associations where you actually have to pay for membership. Anybody that refuses not to pay, and you'll be on social media, on YouTube, yourself all alone. The moment you move into the world of business, There's a level of seriousness that is expected, and most of those conversations, there's an entry criteria because they filter out people who don't want to invest, because already business success, okay, people already know those who don't invest don't qualify for success in business. So business people tend to insulate themselves. The golf clubs, the yacht clubs, the business chamber of commerce, all of these association meetings, um events, anytime we are talking business, how to make money, we only want people who understand you are going to sow to reap. Anybody that is still saying they want something but they don't want to invest, they have disqualified themselves from those conversations. You are not invited to the party. The party where we are teaching money, business, relationships, where we are investing our time, energy to coach, to elevate, it's already closed. It's always closed to people who come with the mindset thinking they will not invest anything, because that stuff corrupts business. There's nowhere you are going with that mindset. And so there's this split, that's mindset split there, because it's like parallel, two ways of thinking that do not come together: abundance mindset and poverty mindset. It doesn't, if people think, oh, they will be taking, takers are not business people. You cannot come with to the mindset of taking, take care, take care. People already know you can't build a business with that mindset. It's actually the reverse. It's you have to give to attract, because you want to attract. Takers repel. The mindset of taking repels people. There's nobody you connect with at a networking session. The moment that person believes you are there to take from them, they will run away from you. We run away from people who take and don't give, because they corrupt what it is you are trying to build. I'm just sharing this for so it helps somebody. Poverty mindset is you don't have this. Somebody would entitlement mindset. Oh, I'll take. I'm avoiding, paying for anything. I don't want to register for anything. I don't want. Who builds their business with like that? You want to build a house and you're saying you don't want to pay for cement, steel. Which house are you building? Fantasy in space? You're not going to build a house by not buying and investing in the tools. That house doesn't exist. It only exists in imagination. Many people have businesses that only exist in their imagination because they are not landing the bricks that helps them build their business. They don't want to pay for anything. They don't want to get coaching. They don't want to learn. They don't want to invest. But they want to make money. You only have access to things that people have donated on the streets of social media, YouTube, university, anything that is free. But trust me, find me somebody, okay, that tells you what built their $1 million business is YouTube University, without going to expert workshops, events to go and sit down and gain the energy. Actually, what will help you build is energy. It's not just what you read. It's the presence of powerful people that will give you a sense of possibility. Energy is what you should be paying for as well. When you invest in those workshops, just by being in the midst of people who are multimillionaires, you'll be one of them. You soon enough you'll be one of them. But if you continue to hang out with social media this, social media that, you are the average of those places you are hanging out with. So that's another thing to watch out for. So those who are business people, in it to build wealth, there's always going to be a filter. Trust me, there's a gate. It's a gated community, because nobody's welcoming those who come with unserious mindsets that wants to just take and not give, because that community is going to be built, okay, for those who are contributing to each other's life. That's one of the secrets of success in business, is that we build communities where people contribute. Okay, you have to contribute. You have to make other people's life better. You have to serve your community. That's the only way you build a business. That's the only way you attract people. That's the only way you attract, when we talk about favor, is based on your contribution to society. It's not based on what you are taking from society. So those who only take and don't create positive opportunities for other people, actually, let me tell you, nobody wants to be in business with such mindset. You don't want that. I don't. Nobody wants that. People who just come in, you go to Walmart, you take their banana and you walk away. No, they have a name they call that. Now, if they donate, because that's the charity business, that's why I tell people, be very, very careful not to turn yourself, okay, into a beggar. Because those who build businesses can also do charity. They will give things free to those who cannot afford it, but they are not helping those people. Have you ever seen any charity make those who receive that charity millionaires? It doesn't work that way. That's why I say, if you see people in a restaurant eating the type of food you want to eat, walk into that restaurant and go and pay the price. And anybody that doesn't want to pay the price, you get what you get. So these two parallel lines, they don't mix. Poverty mentality, poverty behavior is all about taking, taking, taking. You don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this. So you are not investing, you are not, none of that. You're not volunteering, you're not contributing. Abundance mindset is the path of business development, right? You will give to attract, you will invest to multiply, you will build the systems, you give it time, energy, and resources and patience. That's what you will then manifest. That's what builds sustainability. And so anybody that comes into the world of business with limited mindset, you can't build a successful business with limited mindset, because you are the you are the limiting factor. The business cannot grow if you don't grow. So that's something to watch out for, because I see a whole lot of this. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. You don't want to invest anything. Like, you want free, only free. Imagine if you have a business and people are coming to you at that. You chase them away. If you're doing charity, do charity. You see, if you're a business owner, you know what charity is. You give people and you're not asking for anything in return. But in your mainstream, listen, Facebook can give platforms for free. The day you want to run advertisement where Facebook makes their money, you will not get anything free. Amazon, you put anything in your shopping cart, you don't use your card, your card doesn't go through. Amazon is not at the service of people who want anything free. That's one of the things I teach entrepreneurs growing businesses in today's world. Don't let anybody trick you. Don't let anybody, mess your mentality, your mind up, thinking you're not in service of people who are not invested in your success. You have to go and find people who understand these principles. Okay? You have to actually find people who understand that you use money to acquire the things you want, okay, the things you need, the things you will use to build the life you want. And anybody that wants to build a life on free, you build what you can build with free. Yeah, what you can build with free is what you build with free. But trust me, those who are building exceptional lives, luxurious life, that life is not free. Those who are achieving success in business, they pay salary. In fact, they sometimes go to the bank to find, go to investors. They go and borrow money from bank to sustain and pay salary and do all those things. Business is not free. The house you're going to build is not free. Your mortgage is not free. Your cell phone is not free. Anything that you're using for the lifestyle you're enjoying, none of it is free. Now, let me go into the spiritual aspect of money. Right? Let me go into, I want to go a little into the spiritual aspect of money. Okay? This is where we bring God into the conversation. He's always been in the conversation, right? But let me share this with you. You see, when I teach human design classes available in my school at toyinumesiwi.academy, I go deeper into, engaging your spirit, your soul, your body, and the soul has the mind. and the heart, your metaphysical side, your thoughts. Nobody can touch your thoughts, but they produce the outcomes of your life. Nobody can touch your energy, but they also decide what you're going to manifest. So between your thoughts and your energy, the way you think, okay, and the emotions you embody, this is the key to how much success you're going to have in reality that you can create. The mind is designed to process information. The heart releases energy. This is the seat of desire. Okay, you can have desire, but you also need belief. When you believe, you're going to release. Okay, this is a physical, this is, it comes into physical now. Your nervous system activates. So in the nervous system, you have nerves, you have sparks, you have electricity inside you, you have chemicals inside you. I hope you know that. Hormones, all of these hormones, right? This is what creates emotion, energy in motion, your own life force, your own energy, how it flows inside you to give you the power for mobility, for action. The actions you're going to take, the behaviors you embody, is going to be heavily influenced by how your energy field is polarized with your thinking. As a man thinketh, right, in his heart, so is he. Is that the information you process with your mind plus the energy you release with your heart, both of those things will inform your body what your body is going to be doing. So the quality of information you have at your disposal will determine the quality of life you can manifest and create with you, right, with your hands. This is where we start talking about skills development, right? Training. Okay. The way I would explain it in a very simple way, like I try to make this very, very simple, is your pantry. If you want to cook food, what you store in your pantry is what you can cook out of, is going to be the raw materials that you use to produce the food you're going to eat. So if you want to eat filet mignon and you forgot to buy the meat and it's in the store, it's not that it's not available. You forgot to invest energy, time, money to acquire that. The question is, in your house, when you're in your house, can you eat filet mignon? You eat it if you have it. If you don't have it, right? So the mind, you have a database. In fact, you have several databases. I cover it in the human design model in my school. This is why you need to educate yourself about yourself, okay? So that you know what you are producing consciously or subconsciously. You have databases inside you. If you don't enlighten and educate yourself, whatever you put inside yourself, there is no abundance knowledge in the world. But the knowledge you take time to acquire and learn and train yourself on is the one you can use to produce the life you're going to produce. If you don't know what you need to know, you cannot do what you ought to be doing. When they say knowledge is power, people who discount knowledge also limit how much they can manifest. You want to go to the moon, you don't study, right? How to build a rocket. You want to build a business that will make money, you don't study how to brand, how to market, how to attract leads, how to activate your customers, so many how to. You want to go here, you don't learn how to. Anybody that refuses to dedicate themselves to learning how to create and manifest, they limit the life their mind can manifest for them, because your mind is the GPS of your life. Okay, but it needs information, knowledge, right, skills for it to create. You cannot be a doctor, a lawyer without learning or acquiring the knowledge that will help you perform those duties. And you cannot be successful in acquiring and building a wealth without mastering money, value, all of those things, people skills. You can't. You can try. And trust me, if you say you want to eat spaghetti, your mind will try. But the time it starts encountering obstacles, it doesn't see spaghetti in your pantry, it will tell you spaghetti ain't possible. So you can have a desire in your heart to make money. But now Your actions, behavior must match your desires. And so anybody that refuses to take their mind to the realms of possibility and to educate their mind to have the capacity and ability to do what it is they desire to do, when are you going to get what you desire? Because everything you desire is possible, but you have to make it possible. Right? In the Bible, God talks about the promised land. God will back you. Right? The works of your hands, He will bless. But where is the work of your hand? So this is what I mean directly to Christians. This is where the rubber meets the road. Faith without works is dead. Show me your works, and then I'll know you have faith. But most people, this is why I teach these manifestation things and break it down in my school, is because whether it's ignorance, whether it's lack of exposure, whether it's cultural, whatever it is, people are believing lies. They don't know the truth. Somebody yesterday, messaged me privately on LinkedIn and was saying, I don't even know if it's a challenge. No, I think maybe she was trying to help me. Say, "Oh, give your life, that they are not supposed to manifest earthly desires that are, I don't know." I was like, who lied to you? Have you ever read the scripture that says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened unto you? Jesus said that. Is it not Matthew 7:7? What are you asking for? What are you seeking? Okay? What are you pursuing? Many people are not asking, because the day you ask, you will seek. And the day you seek, you will knock. There's nobody in the Bible that you will see sitting around waiting for God and not doing anything. In fact, God's engagement here on earth is dependent on man. When you move, things move. If you don't move, nothing moves. The whole Bible is like that. Why did Jesus have to come and engage in salvation process if it could be done remote from heaven? Right? That will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? Like if salvation could be finished in heaven without Jesus going through a process, Gethsemane garden, engaging in the salvation of men, doing the work, making sure there is testimony here on earth of the finished work of Jesus. If it would have been done from heaven, remote control, why would He have to die? Why would He have to say, okay, Christ, right, for the joy set before Him, right, He endured the cross? Why would you listen? If all the money you want can just, like, if you don't have to be involved, remember in Genesis 1, before the fall, you had everything enjoyed. Part of the process now is your mind is given to you to create, your heart is given to you to desire. And if you desire something you don't pursue, even a lion in the jungle will go hungry. When the lion wakes up and is hungry and he sits down and says, I'm the lion in the jungle, hey, which prey will come to you? A lion can go hungry when it doesn't take action in the direction of its desire. Oh, a man says, oh, I want to marry. I'm not going to talk to any lady. The lady should come to me. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. See everything. I don't need to chase. Oh, I don't need to do nothing. You will remain single for the rest of your life. Because beautiful things, right, love you to show and demonstrate. This earth is designed. You must charge yourself up positively for you to attract the things you want. And part of the charge up, your emotional charge, is that desire and energy must produce your own energy field that tells us you are serious. right? And that seriousness is magnetic. There's nobody who attains heights of success without their own energy involved. And that is the currency of heaven, your desire. Even in your prayers, it's the same thing. You go to God in prayer. Listen, you charge, you talk to God about your desires. And so if you've not told God you want money, you want business, you want success, who listen? Nobody listen. Your voice, nobody's hearing you because listen, look out there. Everybody's screaming. I'm talking to you. People are doing their things. You can see people are pursuing, creating, manifesting, living the life. Anybody that keeps quiet and does this, you're on your own. Your voice hasn't is not being considered by people who can help you achieve success. Okay, Temitope, welcome. And official 25. I see you. Is really okay. Happy. I've seen. Okay. What else do you want to? I mean, I had all kinds of notes, but I always feel the conversation. I want it to flow with those who are joining. And team replay. Okay, I see some comments coming in. Okay, Dr. Bigoni says, thanks, sis. Okay, good to have you. If you have any questions, drop it, please. So, what's money? Where does it come from? Where can you find it? How do you acquire it? How do you manage it? How do you multiply it? Your beliefs, mindset, strategies, systems, processes. These are the things I teach in my school. What do you believe? Right? Whatever you believe, you manifest. If you believe a lie, you manifest a lie. What do you value? Do you value it? Do you know how it multiplies? Who do you have to become to earn it? That's a bigger topic. Who do you have to become for people to give you money? You have to become trust. People we like, know, and trust. Trust, likability, know, visibility. People have to see you. And for those, why do we do marketing? You can have the best thing ever. If people don't know, you are not in their in their consciousness. They can't consider you as a solution to their problems. That's the whole point of marketing. I teach a lot, different strategies around marketing. Because how you talk to different people, right, is different. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I did. There's so much more to it. Kingsley, any parting words, or do you still have any question I can help you address before I close out this morning?
No, nothing for now. Thank you so much.
Okay, what are you working? Oh, sorry, go on.
There's always learning from you, so I appreciate. What I'm walking away with is definitely the circle thing. Making sure that I work on my circle. Get more folks that are more business inclined. Can help me get to the next level in my.
Those people, the people that are business inclined, they are looking for people who will contribute to their life, just like you are seeking people who will contribute to your own life. This is why everything is gated in the world of wealth creation. We are not looking for people who take and don't give. Everybody helps each other attain next level dimension. It's a principle, it's a mentality, it's a belief system. And anytime we encounter people want to take advantage of our generosity, we close the door, bang. Quickly. Because who's got time for that? This is why people don't ascend to higher levels of success. Ingratitude, listen, there are so many behavior, mindset, beliefs that people embody that is what keep them from success. Right, success. You want everybody wants to hang around successful people. Nobody's asking who does successful people want to hang around. People don't understand that successful people are picky, extremely picky. Like, listen, somebody yesterday was like, Tony, can you get on a call? I'm like, which call? Which call is that one? What have you contributed to get me to talk to you one-on-one? Some people say pick. What are you picking? We've seen too much of these things of people who don't contribute to life. Nobody, listen, you can be friends, you can be co-workers, you can do that. The moment you start getting into money direction, serious money, people are in the business of money. And they are not looking for people who want their money. They can give charity. There's a different world, and access to that world is not for those who embody a certain type of mindset. There's actual, I'm trying to help people understand. You want to go to higher levels of success, you must shed wrong behaviors, wrong beliefs. You have to shed it, because I host world leaders, I host the most successful people. I do work with the most successful people in the world. The reason I host and my school and this program is many people want to attain higher levels of success, but they are not preparing themselves for success. They'll tell you dress for success. Part of the dressing is your mind, your beliefs, your energy chart. The moment you come into a room, when I host ambassadors, people say, "Oh, Toyin, connect me, introduce me." I no introduce you. Do I know if you're going to abuse that relationship? I don't do that until people have gone through my program, my coaching, my mentorship. Why do you think I invest time in mentoring people? It's because many people are not reliable. They are abusers. They abuse relationship. They don't value people. They mismanage relationship, mismanage people's time. Some people will say, meet with me, meet with me. They don't show up. So part of the serious, I'm saying that this is fact. This is what's holding people back. It's not that God doesn't want to bless you. God wants to bless people. But listen, if you don't clean your hands, clean your behavior, check all these things, the way you are vibrating, the things you are embodying does not demonstrate, it doesn't attract people that can help other people. That's the easiest way I can say. Because part of manifestation is magnetism, your own magnetism. When you email people, you're talking to people, it's not just what you're saying that we're listening to. There is a certain vibration where we are assessing this person's capacity. Is this a good person or a bad person? And what we are seeing is not, you don't have to be wicked to be quote unquote bad. When I say bad, it's bad for business. Is this person bad for business? Is this person bad for friendship? Is this person bad for investments? When an investor is trying to invest in people, listen, you can have the best game plan, talking point, but that person is looking at your core, your personality, your character, your behavior, your beliefs, your way of thinking, who you will become when money touches your hand. That is what determines who money gets into their hand, their behavior, beliefs, on and on. And many people are bad the day money gets into their hand. They start misbehaving. They don't pick the calls anymore. They damn people, do all kinds of crazy things. And I'm just calling it out. Okay, I'm seeing more people. I'm just calling it out that while you are now looking for successful people to help you grow, please know that those successful people, they are not looking for a certain type of person that wants to deplete them, take their energy, take their time, and not contribute to them. And this is why successful people, you're not going to find them roaming anywhere. They're very hard to find because they're hiding. Because most people want something from them, but they don't have anything to give them. And the secret to success is you must become a giver. Generous mindset, kind mindset. Those are the things that successful people are looking for. And you're not going to find them where you are because they don't have time to waste. They're not going to be online, social media, any of these things, right? The reason I dedicate part of my work is because I'm called to teach, I'm called to coach, I'm called to mentor. I'm here to help people quantum leap. And that's why I'm dishing out the truth that nobody would tell you, that nobody has ever told you. Right? Because successful people, it's not their job to tell you what you need to be successful. It is your own job to seek out the knowledge of success. Anybody that wants to be successful must invest in learning what it takes to be successful. And so you are the one to be pursuing what you want to become the person you want to be. It's nobody's business to make you successful. This is what thing people don't understand. I will come, I will motivate, inspire. But the day you want to learn, you want to develop skills, my school is available. You will enroll, you will show seriousness, you invest your money, you invest your time, you invest your energy, you connect with people and other people in that space. They came serious, and we're not looking to pollute the space with people that are not serious. So we get everything. When I'm hosting events, I'm hosting all these things. We have to get it, because this is not this, and you can stroll on the streets of social media and clubhouse. You will bump into people just like you, strolling like you. That's all you will get, because there is no filter. Anybody that has a phone anywhere in the world, they can be following you, can be following them. You'll be sharing stories, they'll be sharing stories. Do you know if they're in the basement somewhere typing things that their life is not successful? Meanwhile, you are believing them. They're hiring this to take picture. You are believing them. They're painting a story. It's easy to paint any story on social media, and people are believing them, but you don't know that their psychology is going to corrupt yours. I always tell people, be careful on social media, because energetically, people can be charging you up for failure, charging you up for poverty, right? Because you are following, you are believing the wrong people you don't know in real life. That's why most of the successful people, you can be on social media 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. You you are likely not to bump into them. The places where you're going to bump into them is where serious people gather. They pay thousands of dollars to be in the room. And so what you pay for, you're going to value. You're going to pay attention, you're going to use. All this download this, download this, download this. How many people have built wealth with it? They don't even use it. How many things have you downloaded into your inbox that has zero value? The reason those things don't have value to it is because how much energy did you invest in it? But if you fly to Florida, or you fly to Chicago where I am, and you start taking classes, you start doing this, and you meet with, you will change your life forever, because you are going to, is a return on your investment. You are going to gain more out of those things. People fly halfway around the world for my events. They invest days, 2.5 days. They put themselves in hotels, thousands of dollars. They meet ambassadors, and trust me, their life is changed forever. People still say, Tony, when is your next event? When is your next event? Because we're not playing. But anybody that doesn't want to invest, show up, you didn't show up. Come, you didn't come. Take this class, you didn't come. Okay, we've built an academy that even the price is like ridiculously low. Enter. Don't want to pay anything. $49. Listen, guys, you will still pay. Whether you pay in cash, you will still pay in energy. What you don't pay, right? Because this journey, as long as you want to achieve success, it comes at a price. Full stop. So only those who are willing to pay the price energetically, right, financially, mentally, spiritual, like the cost is, the cheapest side of the cost is money. The cheapest side of success is money. The endurance, the grit, the perseverance, the dedication, how you're going to invest all of you in pursuit of what God has for you. That is your biggest investment. So money is the cheapest thing. If you can throw money, and if somebody tells you, oh, if you bring money today, you become a millionaire tomorrow, people will be doing it, but it's not possible. The only place where people say that thing is diabolical places. People will go and steal. That's the only way you say, oh, if you do this, tomorrow you'll be a millionaire. If you do that. But if it were really possible, everybody would be winning today. So don't believe people that are not telling you to discipline yourself, to work on yourself, to develop the skills, to believe again, to charge yourself in pursuit of success. Don't believe anybody that is telling you it is easy, because if it's those, run away from those people. Run away from those people who are telling you, oh, just click here and then this, and then click here and then this, and then download this and then this. Lie. But if you believe it, you manifest it. Thank you, everybody. I know. Oh, Biniki, you just came in. Biniki just came in. Let's see. Are you coming on Clubhouse? I'm wrapping every time. Why is it that when I'm wrapping up, you show up, lady? Why? Anyway, okay. If you come in, we can still talk. Or if you want to do video there, let me know. But it's a wrap, guys, from my side. Kingsley, thank you so much. I wish you the very best. If there's anything else I can share, right, it's just that manifestation. Listen, I do a lot of classes, PowerPoints. I go down with workbooks. In fact, I have abundant life, you know, Bible-based prosperity principles like scriptures and everything. I have a workbook in my school that you can download as well. So if you want to go into scripture and start finding the things God has to say that will help you activate yourself, unlock the power to create wealth inside you, that is also available. My school has over 300 resources for those who want to manifest the business and life God has for them. God's way, right? God's way. Over 3 years of teaching almost every week. Those classes are there. You can't find it anywhere else. Okay. So thank you. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions here. I hope I've addressed the ones coming in. Kinsey, I hope I've addressed your question. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like you're smiling. Okay, good. When I say smiling, I can hear it in your voice. You're happy, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I cook delicious soup. If you are open to the truth, because I say this constantly, if you hang out with me, if you join my school, the mind loves higher quality stuff. You see, because if you want to create higher quality life, you cannot be putting your mind in, what do I say? They will say gutter. When I say gutter, is useless, chaotic stuff, right? Arguments, who did what, Trump this person this, that person that. Those things don't add to the quality of your life. They entertain you, okay? But when all is said and done, who is the one making all the money from that entertainment? It's not you. It's not you. Entertainers make money from entertaining people. The people that are being entertained, we spend money. This is where I start teaching on consumer mindset versus producer mindset. God gave you your mind to produce, to create, and to contribute. Your heart is given to you to enjoy, desire and enjoy. We enjoy food. We eat things, we consume. We are both consumers and producers. But if you only turn yourself into consumer, you're consuming. You pay to consume, actually. You pay with your time, you pay with your energy, right? You pay with your life to consume. You spend 4 hours consuming content. They'll say content consumer. You're filling up 4 hours every day. You don't know your life force is what you are using to consume. The question is, these things you are consuming, are they moving you forward or are they keeping you behind? But let me tell you the truth. Your mind, when it encounters higher quality transformation, you see all the miracles Jesus performed in the Bible, just so you understand the power of those things. The miracles that Jesus performed, most of them, there were some he had to touch soil and all, but most of them, it was simple, higher level conversations. Higher level conversations. Everyone wants to have a conversation that will make you quantum leap. God wants to have a conversation with you that will change your life. God wants to encounter people that will awaken them into where God wanted them to be. Some of you, where you are today is not where God wanted you to be. If you had obeyed him 5 years ago, where you would have been today is not where you are. The conditions you manifested that led to where you are is because of disobedience. If you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. Many people today, God told you 5 years ago, do this, do that, start a business, do this, do that. You knew, you didn't obey. 5 years later, you can now see. But there's still time. You see, this God is a God of second chance. When you are hearing my voice, what will spark inside you are the existing dreams that is lying dormant. They will wake up again. They will start challenging you that you are more than this. My voice tends to have that effect on people because, listen, wake up. People are acting beneath and below their potential. You know it. If you cannot look around you and talk to yourself and say, listen, and set a new higher dimension for yourself, who is going to do it for you? All these things I'm saying, nobody cares if you become great. I pray you care. God cares. Okay? God cares. I pray you care. You care enough to invest in your own greatness, to nurture your gifts, talents that God has given you that will help you build wealth, build legacy, build impact, hire people, live in a successful life, live a higher successful life. All the things God has given you, you left it alone. It's dormant. You've not invested in it. You didn't go for practice. You didn't go for lesson. You didn't do anything to make yourself a better person. And you're still saying, God, leave God. No, this is not God. God is looking at that person and saying, hey, I told you 5 years ago, learn this. You didn't learn. Go here. You didn't go. Do you know the places you have to go? Anybody that decides that they are not living where they are, that they are not going to step out into the world and pursue success, and they're thinking it will come and meet them, think again. You see, the day God is telling you, live where you are and go to a promised land, God makes us move, because your success could be tied to a new city, a new job, a new relationship, a new you, a new you. Saul became Paul because God cannot use Saul's behavior to manifest next level, right? Peter, Simon, Abraham, right? You will see in the Bible God changing people's name. Israel, Jacob. Because one person can come in with mentality, lying behavior. Saul was a Christian killer. Moses was, right? What did Moses do before God before he ran away and he spent 40 years working with sheep? Many don't want to understand that you may have been conditioned by nature, nurture, culture into an identity that God did not send you to become. That wasn't God's doing. And when he has new wine, he will tell you, get rid of your old wine skin. When he has new promises for you, he will tell you, renew your mind, change the way you're thinking. You are investing your energy, guard your heart. You are here, you are there, you are there, you are here, you are here. You are not focused, you are not intentional, right? Read the Bible again. God knows how to change people's names, change people's character, change people's belief system. That's the whole point of our faith, right? Jesus will prune unproductive side so that we can, excuse me, so that we can bear more fruits. God will say, I'm the potter, you are the clay. But when God tells you the truth a little bit, you start screaming. God uses people to try and shape you up. You are like, no. When we say mentorship, coaching, all this, what are they to do? To make you a better person. It's only champions that values mentorship and coaching and training. Have you ever heard those words? The greats, the greatest actors, the greatest musicians, the greatest sports people, the greatest business people, they are the only ones that understand the true value of training, mentorship, and coaching. Those who are still questioning it, they are not going where champions are going, because you cannot get there without training, some form of mentorship, some form of coaching. Greats invest so that they can become great and better. And anybody that is still, their mind is still like, why do I need to betray myself? Right? It's okay. It's not for you. You've decided it's not for you, and you've decided greatness is not for you, because any form of greatness, you will take feedback. You will look in the mirror. You will talk to yourself. You will work on yourself. You work on your skills. You show up to practice. You discipline yourself. Time management is real. And anybody that cannot subject themselves to that intense training, you already eliminate yourself from the council of elders in the land. When they are promoting people, will they call your name? When they are appointing people, I sit in places where what we talk about is more appointments, all those things is that, and when you, before you start appointing people, you look at them 360. It's not just their resume, it's not what school they went to. It doesn't even count. School doesn't even count in what I'm saying, because that stuff is entry level stuff. Character, that's it. Those who procrastinate, they eliminate, right? Who wants to hire a procrastinator? You tell them to do something today, they say, I'll do it. They don't do it. Tomorrow you see them, I'll do it. Who have, by third time you just fire them because they're unserious. Because it shows unseriousness. Procrastinators are unserious with what they're supposed to do today, right? And you're procrastinating your own future and your own life. But people who will say, don't come and procrastinate don't bring that. People who want serious results daily cannot hire these types of behavior. I'll keep calling these things out so that people will just understand and gain more awareness where they're self-sabotaging. So thank you, everybody. See you. Join us at toyinumesiwi.academy. Really, it's for serious-minded people who want to focus on achieving the results and goals God